Okay, hello, this is Sandy Thomas, and
Is it recording?
yeah,
Oh, that's cool. It's kind of, can't really see anything. It's out of the way. It's nice. This is Isaac.
and this is our update 2 for our fashion app.
All right, so I added a weather page, I added a generate outfit page, and I added a provider for temperature and weather, so they would be showing up on the generate outfit page, and then I also put the providers in for the other ones in there. Right.
Okay, yeah, so I added a styles provider for the styles page as well. Then I did an outing provider for the outing page that was made in update 2, but styles, as you see here, the style screen was made for the update 2 video. And then I also have a music and a cultural screen that we made for the update 2 video, and I made providers for the cultural and the music provider as well.
Lots more screens, lots of providers. Let's get into the app. We're recording a video for, yeah, that's fine. All right, there we go. Here's our home page.
So
we only need to show the new stuff, so.
Yeah, just like last week.
Yeah, here's the temperature page. Well, this is actually, well, it's new how it looks and everything. And then if we click the buttons, it'll pop up just select one of each, and then it'll pop up later.
Like we should go somewhere else, huh?
No, we're fine. This is a quick thing.
Then outing here, like last page. But oh, that's something else I added as well. It's validation checking. User has to add at least one. There we go. And then here we have our styles: streetwear, concert.
And you want to show the culture and music ones?
Yeah, and then here user can put in there's examples on it. They can do, yeah, let's do a jazz file, input, then we go back, cultural.
Same thing there.
Yep.
Alright, and once we're done, it's gonna turn to your outfit page, and then it'll show the outfit, and then this also has the other providers. It just doesn't display them or anything. Alright, so now into the code. So let's see, let's just start with the providers and then go from there. So this is the weather conditions provider. It's a list of weather conditions, and it just is a list of 3 conditions. The first, we'll expand it if we expand the conditions, but the first one is the cloud index, is like the sunshine to cloud. The second one is the rain. The third one is the wind, and we just keep track of it because whenever we're on the updating it, we'll pass in the right index for it. And then we have the temperature provider right under it, just keeping track of the double value for the temperature, and that pretty simple stuff there.
So for the cultural provider, here we go. So we have a string here, and that's for like the input field, and we have our getters for the input field as well, and we're just keeping track of what users input. And I'm not going to go too much into the music provider because it's basically the same as the cultural provider as well. And so for our outing provider, we have our available outing types here, and then we keep track of which ones users are selecting and deselecting as well. And then same thing for styles. It's basically the same as our outing type, just with different selections.
Options,
yeah. So we go to screens.
Yep. So if you want to, we go to the weather one and then work our way through.
Yep.
All these ones are going to be in navigation probably, right? Screens is where they right above themes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So general. So this is the weather select screen. It's a consumer stateful widget because it is getting the weather information. So we have all this. We just are making sure that we're initializing it. We have a few values for our sliders to keep track of things and the conditions. All right, so here's our weather. We are displaying the weather conditions here by just checking we have our providers, so those are right here. So we're doing temperature and weather. and then we're going to show what the temperature is and the weather from these providers. So here's the temperature provider here, here's the weathers, and then we make a string that looks nice. It shows the weather condition, the icons, the temperature, and then the thermometer. And then this is our big slider. It has an active color, ticks on it, and then as it updates, we update the notifier through there. Then we have these weather condition ones. They all are the same exact thing, just different conditions. And when they're changed, I just change the index of the condition. So if index is 0 is sunny, so I will update the weather condition to sunny. And then 0 index here is for the cloudy, sunny position. Then index 1 is for rainy condition. Index 2 is for wind. And then we're just keeping track of all that. And then we have our next arrow, which will take you to the next screen. So pretty simple. A lot of repeated logic.
Okay. And here with the screen style, we have a consumer stateful widget as well. And so what we're doing is here we have the what style do you prefer that comes up at the top. And then we have here our logic for our container, what has all the options in it, and just users being able to click on each one. And then here we have our logic here for our cultural and our music. So basically those ones are different because those have the arrow buttons, but also when the arrow is when you click on it, here we go, it pushes you to the cultural screen, which is here. And then also for the music screen, if this one is pushed, it pushes you here to the music screen. And so also as we go down, we have our checkbox list. So this app checks, and then on change our provider is changed as well. And then here we have our validation checks. If we're trying to move on to the next page, and there's no selections, so it'll tell you, yep, please select at least one of the style types in red like we saw earlier, and it has a duration of 2. And then here, if the validation passes, style selections are saved, and then we go on to the next page. And our next page here is once we're done with our selections for our style, it goes to our screen generate file, or generate screen page right here.
Yep. This is the generate screen page. It's eventually going to have our API call to generate the actual outfit, but until then, just a basic screen. And then we wanted to show that we got the providers, so I just copied the code over from the weather provider with this is your outfit for this temperature, these icons, all that. And then this is the code for that. The rest of it is just we added a button to regenerate the outfit because that's going to be one of the functionalities for it. And then nothing else really. Just we also added male and female, so you could choose which gender you were providing outfits for. So that's a tab navigation there.
Okay, and then I'm gonna get into the music screens and the cultural screen. So on the style screen here, if you click on either cultural or the music screen, it'll take you to one of these pages. So if a user selects a cultural screen, then they come to here. And the cultural screen is a stateful widget as well, and it's just a basic page that has a text input field. So it asks what culture are you looking for, and then you have into the cultural style you prefer, and this is our text field here. And then here we have a hint text that just gives users examples of different inputs that they can have. And then we have the done button, which will probably change in the future, and it just saves the state as well with our provider, and then it takes you back. And then if you go click music, it's another stateful widget, and it has a text field, and so it asks you what type of music you like, and then you enter the music style you prefer. And then it also has hints for it gives users hints on what they can put in. And then once done, a user can click the done button, which will probably change, and our provider saves the state of it, and it takes us back to our style screen here.
Yep, that's our app changes for this time around.
Yep, that is our
Progress. Next time we'll work around on APIs.
Yep, thank you.